Ripple XRP, could we see a Black Swan event happening? We do have a video from the founder himself of the World Economic Forum talking about the Black Swan event, and we also have some big news from the Bank of Korea talking about how CBDCs are urgent for them, and we also have the Ripple president talking about how cryptocurrency is going to basically change consumer behavior in 2024. And of course, we will be talking about the price action for both XRP and XLM coin. All I ask from you are two things, which is to smash that like button and to subscribe to the channel as well. So the first bit of news that we have comes from the WEF founder, and he said that there will be certainly what we call the black swans, the unpleasant surprises which will come our way. And let's take a look as to what he has said in this video.
And the last factor I want to mention is resilience, the capability to bounce back, because there will be certainly what we call the black swans, the unpleasant surprises which will come in our way.
So you can see it over there, he has said Black Swan in quotation marks. Now, as we know, they describe them as unpredicted events, but we know exactly what they're doing. They are all corrupt behind the scenes, and they know exactly what will be happening. Now, there have been some people talking about cyber attacks that could potentially happen, or maybe perhaps blackouts, which is where we see the electricity basically being cut off and we don't have access to the internet. I believe another website has also confirmed a potential blackout as well in the UK, but nothing as of yet has happened. But it seems like as if the Black Swan is on the horizon. They haven't given a timeline as to when it will happen, of course, but it goes to show that they are planning something behind the scenes. Again, things like this always goes to show that there is corruption. I personally don't like the WEF myself, but there are some people that are for it. Now, let's have a look at the Bank of Korea and what they have had to say. Well, the governor said that they see the CBDC introduction as a case for urgency. And why is this urgent for them? Because usually they wouldn't really want to get into cryptocurrency when it comes to traditional banking. Well, it says over here that the growth of stablecoins such as Tether and USD coin poses challenges to central banks because despite their name, they often lack stability, and that this underscores the urgency for central banks to consider introducing CBDCs, and their widespread adoption could diminish the role of the central bank money and impair the effectiveness of monetary policies. And again, when it comes to these governments issuing their very own CBDCs, which cryptocurrency or digital assets are they going to be linking with and using their networks? Well, they're going to be going with the ones that actually have proven cases, and for example that have already gone through successful pilot programs. And I believe that the more that they get within their bag, the more that it goes to show with their evidence and proof that they are able to successfully help those governments to be able to issue their own CBDCs. Again, when it comes to Ripple XRP, they have been able to do exactly that with a few governments. They have managed to successfully do it with the Republic of Palau, and they're going to be issuing their CBDCs in 2024. And then they are also in talks with dozens of governments, and the National Bank of Georgia being one, and many more governments as well. So it goes to show that there is urgency, and again, this is what they're doing behind the scenes. It seems like as if they don't need cryptocurrency, but in actual fact they really do. Now let's take a look as to what the Ripple president Monica Long has said about how crypto can change consumer behavior in 2024. So this was recent news, and it was just published on the 15th. And you can see over here that she pointed out that the ongoing cryptoization of many developing countries, and that some citizens in countries like Nigeria, Zimbabwe and Argentina have had to embrace cryptocurrencies in place of their weakening fiat currencies. So again, we do know that Argentina and for example the likes of Venezuela, their local currency basically means nothing with the paper that it's printed on. And so because of that, and with the high inflation rates, what it basically means is that they have to look to alternatives such as cryptocurrency in order to make their purchases, for example with food and transport, and that's how they can get by. Again, I have spoken about how Africa is a large opportunity when it comes to cryptocurrency as well, because they also have the lack of infrastructure, and with their local currencies it's not as stable compared with the pound or euro or dollar. And she highlighted how these crypto and stable coins are helping to power savings and retail purchases, and that a trend that shows how the fast evolving digital world cannot rely on the slow settlement and high cost infrastructures that most financial institutions are still using today. Again, it goes to show that these financial institutions solutions are still pretty old. We can't be having slow settlement times, guys. It can't be a couple of days. We've got to do this within minutes, even seconds, to be able to have settled payments. And again, this is everything that the Ripple network have going for them, and so they will be able to succeed in places like Africa and Argentina. So the new pilots seek to re-architect the industry's 50-year-old financial market infrastructure, and we'll take a look at this statement before we look at the price action today. You can see that the head of digital asset and industry advisory services at Franklin Templeton has said, and I quote, "This marks the first time in nearly 50 years that new approaches are being explored that would foundationally alter the way in which securities, markets and payments operate." So again, this is a much needed time to update the old system, and 50 years have already gone by and we haven't done anything about it, and that's why I think that this is the next revolution for all of us in the crypto space. So the price action today for XRP is currently trading at 0.6192. We are only down by a bit on the 1-day chart. Our volume is down by 17.46%, and we are currently trading at 825.3 million in the volume. If you have a look at where we were currently trading today in the earlier hours at that 61-cent level, so not really that much of a big difference. The lowest that we actually went to on the day was at 0.6133, and so we were pretty much in that 61-cent level. And if you have a look at 2 days ago, we were actually sitting at that 63-cent level, 0.6378 to be precise, and we were just under 64 cents. We have since come down by roughly around about 2 cents, and again we are pretty much in the red. We are down by 6% on the 7-day chart. Again, we may see some more downside and we may actually go to 60 cents, possibly 59 cents, but anything lower than that will be a new low for us. On the 1-month chart, we are up by 1.97%. again, for XRP coin, we should comfortably be roughly at around about the 63-cent range. And for XLM coin, again, we are down today and we're currently trading at 0.1247. on the volume, we are down by 11.57%, and we are currently trading at $66.1 million. And if you have a look at the 1-day chart, you can see over here that we were pretty much started off where we currently are now. The lowest that we went to on the day was 0.1236. Wasn't really that much of a big movement. If you have a look at the 7-day chart, we are down by 6%, so pretty much the same way with XRP. Again, the whole market is pretty much down with the volume in general by 13%. But on the 15th, we were trading at 0.1276, so it seemed like as if we were going to 13 cents. We had roughly around about $30 million extra in volume, but we weren't able to reach that, and we have come down since. But still, XLM coin, as long as it can stay above 12 cents, we're doing pretty good. Guys, if you want daily XRP and XLM coin news, subscribe to the channel and like the video as well.